Hi everybody. Today I wanted to talk to you about a European leash. They're also called a multifunction leash. They are not that popular here in the US, hence the European leash name. However, it's a shame because they're a really useful tool and I really like them a lot. A European leash is a leash that has two hooks on the end and it has multiple rings throughout the leash. Now the rings can be used to make it the multifunction part of the leash. This end can hook to the dog and I can hook the loop into the first loop and I have a handle, and so this is like a traditional 6-foot leash. If I then unhook it there and I hook it at the very closest ring, I now have shortened up my leash considerably without having to do this number. The reason that's a benefit is because it's a consistent distance for the dog. I can also hook it on any one of these loops at any point to lengthen or shorten the leash as needed. When I have it hooked fairly low on the leash, like this, I can then use it across my body this way, and my dog is now hooked and I have hands free, so that's very helpful. I can also change this, and if I don't like cross body, I can hook it here for around my waist. If I want it very snug, depending on my waist, I can put it there, so even if you have a tiny waist it should fit, and even if you have a slightly bigger waist like I currently do right now, it will fit. There's a couple other functions that I like about this leash as well. If I hook the leash to the dog and hook the hook onto that first ring, I now have a traffic lead, so if I'm in close quarters I can have a handle on my dog while I still have my original leash. I can unhook this. I'm back to my regular 6-foot leash. Then I can take the other end and hook it to a second dog. So if I have a multiple dog household, this works as a coupler. If I'm back to my single dog and want to add a stationary object and walk away from my dog, this allows me to practice stay at the park. I can hook my dog to a tree or a park bench and practice my long distance stays with him, knowing that my dog is safe. European leashes, multifunction leashes, are not always that easy to find. And I'm very excited to now offer this in my store. The leash that I'm using is a Paracord leash. It's by a company called Leashes by Liz. It's a Broomfield company, so it's local, and it's made out of paracord. And what I like about that is, first of all, it's soft on my hands. Secondly, it has a little bit of give, but not a lot. Paracord is incredibly strong, but for puppies and dogs who like to carry the leash in their mouth, what I like is that their teeth will go through the paracord instead of scissoring on it. Now, nothing is chew proof, nothing. But this is more chew resistant than a traditional leash. So if you have one of those leashes that the dog keeps chewing on and it's kind of frayed, it's, you know, here, there, everywhere, and it's fraying, that is not safe and it's not secure for your dog. So you really want to make sure that they are safe and contained. So I really like this leash. If you are one of my students that has a leash system, the hip system like this guy, and you're wondering, how can I use this new leash with that? Why would I want to? I use my Paracord leash with this system. All I do is take a single loop, metal loop, hook it onto my leash like this, or onto my waist belt. Then I can hook this leash to it, just like regular. And with my second loop, I can hook in with the loops like I do with the leash that comes with the brown leash. Why would I want to change to a new Paracord leash? Because I can unhook it and hook it to a stationary object, and I can't do that with the brown leash. I leave the brown leash in my car as a spare leash, and I now use this with my system, and they're prettier, right? For those of us who care about style. But I like the functionality that if I unhook from my belt, I still have crossbody, whereas if I have the traditional brown belt that comes with this, I don't have that function. So I like being able to have choices when I'm out with my dog as far as leash walking, and this equipment gives me a lot of choices. So in a nutshell, those are the benefits of a multifunction leash. As you can see, it gives you a lot more choices when you're out with your dog working on skills, and it's a great tool to have in your tool bag. I encourage you to get one. Have a great day.